Dawson Rider Wiki.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here. Welcome to my review for the Beast X King Bow from Power Rangers Beast Morphers Season 2. And if you can't tell, it is also in the nerf line, so there's no lights or sounds or anything like that. Its main gimmick is nerf, but I still think it looks pretty good, and that's something I'll get into in a second in comparison to previous releases. It basically has two modes. The one it's in right now, which is basically its canon mode, where you have it like all the Rangers holding it and firing it. And so as you can tell by the fact that it fits in this review station, barely, but still, it's not the same size as in the show. It's a great deal bigger, but it's still a decent-ish size. So this is its canon mode. You can fold stuff up, like you can fold these up, and you can press these buttons here and fold this for easier storage, which is kind of nice. I mean, I probably should have done that when I started the review in general, but you can do that and then pull everything out nicely. This can also fold down, so there's that. And then its other mode is basically just as simple as twisting the head. So you have it in like a traditional arrow mode where they'll just fire it single shot. But detail-wise, this thing doesn't look too bad. It's certainly not, whoops, wrong way, there we go. Certainly not the absolute best thing ever, but for the most part, in terms of what it looks like in the show, it captures it pretty decently. The blue plastic looks really good. It's got a nice, solid blue that's really vibrant. The yellow goes off of it nicely. It doesn't look too cheap. So if you're a fan of this weapon or Beast Morphers and you're looking for something to have on the shelf as a representation of it, I think it does a pretty decent job of that. And I wanted to bring that up because, let me do a quick comparison here. I'm gonna fold this down just because it makes it a little bit easier, but you'll still get the general idea. So you got your Beast X King Bow, and then here you have the Cheetah Beast Blaster, which was the first thing released in the nerf line. There's a size comparison there. Neither of them are the exact size as in the show. Of course, this one's a little bit closer, but these are both decent. You know, they're in the nerf line, kids will get a kick out of it, kids at heart will get a kick out of it because I know lots of people still like nerf, and it's just kind of a fun way of incorporating the nerf line, and I think it's pretty harmless, you know, and if you don't want the nerf thing, I think both of these still make a pretty decent shelf display piece for a collection if you want it. Then we have this. Yep, I'm gonna turn this review to a personal attack on this. I don't understand how, of the three nerf things we've had so far, only the Morpher got shafted. Like, these don't have lights and sounds or anything. It would have been great for this to have lights and sounds and this to have lights and sounds. But they have a fun nerf gimmick and they both look solid. So like I said, if you're a collector, cool. But this, I don't know why the details on this couldn't have been up to par. Like, setting aside the fact that I want a 6-Ranger Morpher to be normal, I don't know why they couldn't have made this at least look on the same level of these. And I had to bring that up just because I was waiting for another nerf release to say like, okay, maybe they're taking the nerf releases downhill. But anyway, the only thing it does is nerf action. So let's go ahead and do it in cannon mode here. And just pull this back and you have like actual kind of string here. Be careful when you get the packaging for this because this kind of mingles in with the plastic straps that hold stuff in, and for a split second I mistook it for holding something in the package with this. I thought it was one of those twines because I've gotten Hasbro toys that use like twines like this, except this isn't twine, it's got like elastic. So just be careful you don't mistake this for something holding this in the box and cut it. I almost did that. I'm the dumbest boy in school. So pull this back and, whoops, that was anticlimactic. There we go. So there you go. So you have that mode there, and let's put them back in. I guess we could have done the other two, but still. And then we can do the you have failed the city mode. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Oh, and in case you're really wondering, there's what the nerfs looks like. The most important thing, that was what you were all here for, was for the quality of the nerf. So, hold it back, and you have failed this city. There you go. So, and it gets a pretty good distance. Obviously, you can't really tell that well in this review station where it flies like a centimeter. But still, it feels pretty satisfying, and I think it's pretty fun overall. And this thing overall just accomplishes what it needs to do. It's kind of a fun Nerf toy. I think kids will get a kick out of it, like I said. Kids at heart. I think if you're like me and you wanted just something for your collection that represents this, I think it does a decent job. Could it have been better? Sure. I think these would be even cooler releases if they had the Nerf gimmick along with some lights and sounds, especially the Morpher, hint hint. But for the most part, I'm fine with this. I think it's a fun Nerf gimmick and it looks decent. This is the only part that looks a little bit cheap and off. It's certainly not a must-have, but if you're interested in it, it's a decent representation. Anyway, that's about it for this one. Until next time, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you can get notifications from my videos. Dawson Rider, signing out.